sun coming in on the car actually looks pretty good. Let's see. What is happening today? Unprepared. Come on, it was already all set up. My videos. Got the wind chimes going. There we go.
Hey everybody, I'm Laura Trump.
No way.
Trump's birthday is right around the corner, and we want to do something really special.
That is a riot.
Tradition, we're getting him a huge birthday
That's
card
a riot.
with signatures from his loyal supporters. Here
Oh my gosh. What is happening, everybody? Oh, there we go. Oh, that was a riot. Eric Vale, what's going on, man? Justin O'Neill, RC Odyssey, good morning. See, we got it right at 9:32. Chef Beardsley. No, Justin O'Neill beat him out. Right at 9:45. Chef Beardsley, what's going on, man? Sergeant J, what's happening? Earl Moorhead, what's happening, man? Kent's RC. We got RC Master. Kevin Marino, what's happening, Kevin? Gold Goose Gaming, what's going on? Chuck G, good morning. So, the pollen's here. And what's crazy? I actually wiped down this car before I came out. And like literally, how is that pollen already here on the car? Like, I don't see it in the air, but it's definitely here. So, for you people that have the black cars, you know, black cars, the black cars definitely show the pollen in a huge way. The Jag lives. Not that you guys are here for that, but it lives. I'm so psyched. I'm so psyched, man. My wife's got a doctor's appointment, so I'm hoping today, after we go to that appointment, that hopefully I'm going to say, hey, on the way back, can we stop at the hobby shop? We'll see. I got to see if I got to give them a call, or I got to at least message them to see if they get the Proline drag wheels, because as far as I remember, he didn't have... Did he have the Prolines? I can't remember. But everything drag-wise seems to be flying out of the shop, he was saying, so I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get more stock in, which is rough. Yeah. So, how is everybody this morning? Look at that. The lighting actually looks pretty good. Have you all ever run Red Cat's rebranded Hobby Wing motors? Just like whatever's in a vehicle, in RTR. You passed out while watching? All the drag parts fly. I know, they pretty much are. And that's what happens, man. You got somebody like Earl Moorhead over here buying all the parts, leaving nothing for anybody else. But hey, it's all right. Eventually things will be back to, I don't know what normal is. Shipping speed is really ridiculous, but I don't know. I don't understand the logistics of things. Definitely a weird situation. I mean, even people, I guess, people were canceling Prime because, at least I know for myself, the reason why I got Prime wasn't for movies. I could care less about movies. It was to have that fake 2-day shipping. Fake, call it free 2-day shipping. It's fake because obviously I've been on Prime long enough to know that with the way that they price things, I gotta get my neighbor into drag racing. I bet he would have a blast. I totally bet he would have a blast. Whenever I rip the DR10, or a couple times I've ripped it, he's been out there and he's like, "Oh, that thing goes fast." And that I think that was only on 2S too that one time. But he's watched it. It's funny. It's funny how I don't know, man. Some people, some people have got that idea that they're just toys, and in some respect, it kind of is. But they're called I don't know, what do they call it, big boy toys or whatever. And I don't mean to like show any disrespect to women, because that's not how it is. But they do just have the phrase big boy toys. Like, what's the difference between a boy and a man is the price of their toys, right? They say something like that. What's the difference? But like RC cars for me has just literally been because I always just liked cars in general. Um, I have a question. Is anybody on board with the what is it, Proline, right? Proline's new van body? I don't know what it's gonna fit, but what does it say, a 12.3 wheelbase or something like that? But I'm definitely liking that they're coming out with um, the retro stuff, like the stuff that like made a difference, like the Grand National body. Now, the Grand National in itself, you know, is that iconic car. What was it, 87? I think it was. I forget. I think it was 87 Grand National. But I like the fact that they're bringing back just like the body styles that people like know. And then when they do it right, it looks killer. Now, for some reason, for me, the Grand National body was it? No, actually, it was J Concept. It wasn't Proline. J. It was actually Earl told me today, right? Earl told me today what it was. I think it was. See, I'm not good about that. I have to go back and see. I think he said. Yeah, so it was a J Concept body, not a Proline. I like the Proline for that van body that they got, and obviously for the Nova. But I don't know. And I was looking at that, you know, Grand National body, and it just doesn't seem to like hit it right. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too picky. I don't know. But when they did the Nova, though, the Nova looks so mint, and it's like I can't. I don't know. I feel like I can't buy the Nova body just because literally everybody else already has it. So it's like all you're doing is you're gonna just throw on a color if you get the clear body. You'll just be slapping on a different color. It's gonna be the only difference. Although, probably could make a Yanko Nova, but that's also been done too. That guy, Full Throttle RC that I keep talking about, he's got a nice um, drag car. That's the Nova with a Yanko stripe that he put on it, which looks killer. It just visually looks like a killer vehicle. Oh my gosh. All right, Kent's RC. We'll see you later, man. Your name didn't make it on the DR10, the vinyl. Yeah, why isn't your name on the DR10? I just noticed that right now. Wait a minute, I counted 15 names, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, I'm not done yet cutting vinyl. Holy crap! I'm sorry, Riff Raff. I just see, and I also spelled Moorhead wrong too. I put the E in there, so I'm gonna have to pick. I'm gonna have to pick that name off too. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go fix that right now. Holy crap! Haha. Riff to the Raff. Here's the proof. So, this is why your name didn't make it on. See that right there? I kept having an issue with the R and the I on your particular name. That was when I was still messing with the settings. However, right there, brother. Riff to the Raff. I was actually going to do it Riff to the Raff. I'm going to put that name on there right now. See, it was there, guy. It just didn't work. I'm gonna put that on right now. I can't believe like I didn't even put that on there. Idiot. That's not cool. First things first. Let's square that away. I've got a whole bunch of names all set up. Just because, like I said, I've got some pretty cool ideas here. Alright, let's see. I need to get a paper towel so I can clean it. Now I need to figure out, like even how I did James George, I totally messed that one up. That one went on sideways. I want this whole side of the car to be names. I think it would come out mint. Just trying to figure out like how the names should go. Because I feel like I want to stagger it in. Yeah, so like right there. That'll be the next row. Right there. I'm going to go grab a paper towel so I can do this right. I'm just going to put you right in on the car. Good catch, Riff. Can't believe I missed that. So to get maximum adhesion, what I've been doing is I just prep the surface with a little bit of alcohol. Give it a quick little swipe. And then wipe it down with a fresh paper towel. Make sure that the surface is ready to accept. Yeah, see here. Here's even the list. Look at that. You were even, what, 5th on the list? See, all the names are there, guy. Good catch, though, man. So now, the application process. I wanted to put a name or something over where the fenders are getting wiped out by the tires. So I think maybe if I go like right there, have that staggered a little bit, like that. If I bring it like that though, I wonder how that will do on the wheel well. You know what? That A on riffraff, actually, that might work. That A looks like it'll cover up a good amount of that thing right there. So this is the tedious process. I don't have my razor blade out, so hopefully, how do I show you guys how much of a pain in the neck this is? It's pretty cool though. I'm learning. I shouldn't blame, like, there's like that there's that comment, don't stop blaming the tools. It's operator error. But the stuff they gave me as tack paper was, yeah, see, the C's already not coming off. Come on. All right. So what I do is I like put it down on the thing, and I very carefully start to peel it back, and the C's already being a pain. Come on. Come on. There we go. I think it's going. It's like the extreme close up here. Ah, see, it's peeling. It's not peeling off right. Well, I guess Riff Raff's name isn't going to go on the car. Come on. I definitely think I picked a good looking font, but I think I picked a hard font to do here. There we go. Is it coming? There we go. There we go. Get that R off of there. Yeah. There we go. It's getting there. My fingers don't really work well for this stuff. I definitely learned that, but take a little bit of patience and it does peel off. I think it's because it's so small or something, or the tack paper is not right or something. Oh no, I'm messing up the R. Dang it. Come on. There we go. There we go. It's coming. Slow reveal. Oh, nice. There we go. There we go. Nice. There we go. Now this is the delicate process right here. Now it's lining up the graphic actually on the car. I probably should have made these bigger, but I was trying to learn how to like do placements of stuff. And then also the other thing was realizing that let's see, go like that. Make sure there's no pollen on there. And that A, I think, will cover. Oops. Oh yeah. So what I was saying was the static cling. I think that inherently happens with this stuff. There we go. And then you peel it off somehow at an angle. Can I peel it off here? Do the reveal. Look at that. That's mint. Yeah, see the A covered up a good amount of that body damage. Peel it off at a nice angle, nice and slow. Beautiful, look at that. I like it. I think next time I'll pick a different font. These fonts, the writing actually does look good though. All right, Riff to the Wrath. You can't say you're not on there now. And then that will leave like another top row all the way to the door handle. And got to fill in a couple of spots here. Need a small name right there. We already got CC over there, so but I need a small name there. Need to put another name there. Bring it all the way across the top. Come all the way down to probably around like I do want the Super B kind of be left alone. That area right there, so who knows, maybe like right there. Need a Joe Daddy logo, there you go. The logos are harder. Only because like if it's a multicolor logo, it definitely makes it more at least so far it's made it more difficult. But that's what I was dealing with some of these graphics was they weren't peeling off right. And I think I found part of the issue, and it wasn't me, which that's amazing. What it was the tack paper that they gave me was garbage. So it wasn't peeling off the letters right. And then sometimes learning like the force pressure of the blade. So the blade has multiple settings. So not only does the blade set a depth, but then, which I don't understand, but then the machine can apply an amount of force that almost like increases the depth. Like, I don't know. I'll never claim, and I don't care to understand why. I'll just figure it out. I've got it down right now to where the paper that I actually got what's called contact paper. I got it from Staples because it's literally the only place you can get stuff right now. Walmart had nothing. There are no like arts and graphics, crafts, and whatever kind of supply stores that are open right now. It's literally being restricted to Walmart, which I don't know, man. That seems messed up. Like, why can't like a craft shop be open? Like that probably is, somebody's livelihood. Maybe they make crafts for a living or something. I don't know. But it's on there, brother. I'm sorry. That's my excuse. My excuse was it was a fail. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, at least. What a horrible person. But yeah, I had 15 names. I guess I can't count either. That's a riot. I feel bad now. At least it's there. At least it's there now. It doesn't take much to make me feel bad about things, man. That's how I am. Things can bug me. Which is, why I sometimes am delayed on projects, because there'll be something that bugs me and I can't get past it. And sometimes you have to learn just to like let it go, but I just can't. That's just not in my nature to let it go. I'd rather have it sit there and not function and wait to be able to have it done right. You know what I mean? Or to do it right. Have the right parts. Clean cut graphics. Oh, what is that? A place where you can buy stuff? Like a graphic company? Or is that that's pretty cool. You built an RC 100-pound cat dozer? Holy crap, dude. Oh, they sell vinyl cutting supplies? Yeah. See, you know what, man? I'm telling you. I swear sometimes living in the state of Massachusetts is garbage because there's literally nothing around anymore. They used to, so when I used to do light auto body and get all my supplies from a company called Montague and Brown, you obviously, number one, you had to prove that you worked at a shop because it was kind of like one of those things where um, I guess hairstylists they're actually stores that the general public can't go into. It's mainly for um, people that do like nails and hairstyling and all that kind of stuff. I forget what the name of the store is, but you have to like prove that either a licensed or whatever. So what was great was when I worked for that auto body shop when I was younger. They obviously knew me because I could prove that I worked at an auto body place, so I could walk in and just basically get whatever I wanted, which was awesome. And it was called Montague and Brown. And then I don't even know why the store closed down, but it had been such a long time. See, it's so awesome. The little chipmunks are like whipping by. Um, I don't even know where I'm going with this. Yeah, it just it's rough around here, man. It just seems like even when I want to talk about those BMW wheels, I want to see if I can get that the center bore milled out. You know, I mean, I can see how it has to happen, but I can feel like I can almost guarantee there's no place around here that would do it. I probably have to drive like 6 hours in order to get it done, and that's like probably going to New York or something to have something like that done. It's just like if I feel like there just really aren't any local specialized companies anymore. It's just like that's what I'm feeling. It's garbage. Crack 3DRC, what's going on, man? Keeps buffering. A decal solution. Vinyl really is cool. I'm definitely, if you peel the backing halfway with the other half, you can. Yeah, I've seen that done. When I had the graphics done on my truck, they did like the whole thing where they like taped it out because they actually wanted me present when they did it because I had designed my own graphics at the time, and they printed it out for me, and they just called me to the shop, and they taped it out on the truck. They made sure the truck was on a level surface. Gold vinyl's tough. Why did that? Oh, all right. So, Michael White, the reason why your thing is obviously because of the wording. You just got to be careful with the wording. YouTube doesn't like that. Yeah, Earl beats the dog to the door. You know it. No, actually, I don't think he does. Literally, yeah, the Jag's ripping it right. I'm just going backwards in the comments just because I realized I wasn't paying attention. All the motors. Oops. In the Red Cats are hobby wing. Right. Right. So that's was one of the things that I talked about the vinyl. Was cool was that, let's just say you wanted a painted graphic. Obviously, in the software you can reverse it, which is awesome because then it literally flips everything backwards. So all the lettering becomes backwards. So when you apply it inside the car, um, I think the only thing that I think is an issue is the time frame of picking the mask off and not having it ruin the paint. I think that's the only issue. And then some of the graphics are so, like, for an RC car, it's probably easier. I feel like it's going to be easier to do it this way because with the graphics being so small, I mean, man, you're literally picking off every single letter, and it's like, I feel like the chances are so hugely increased in messing up your paint job by doing like a mask kind of thing. But I hear what you're saying on the mask, man. I'm surprised Earl isn't chiming in on that slash transmission thing, because pretty sure he would tell you, what is it, Proline? Doesn't Proline make a heavy duty transmission for the slash? I think that's like literally what Earl would probably say. He probably fell asleep. Riff Raff, I still feel bad, man. I can't believe your name did not make it. I probably got frustrated with the amount of times that I kept on trying to peel your name off. Yeah, that's my excuse. There you go. That's the excuse I'm gonna go with. I'm just going back in the comments and I can just see it. It's just like, oh God, how did I not put your name on there and realize that I missed it? It'll be sometime towards the afternoon. Is it RC guy? What's your setup for shock oil and sway bars on the Red Cat Kaiju? Well, there's no sway bars on my Kaiju. Shock oil. God, I can't remember. I gotta go. Let me go check my other paperwork. Isn't that funny? Sometimes you have so many RC cars. Shock oil is unchanged from factory, so no sway bars because the car didn't come with any. But as far as the shock oil, it's whatever it was factory weight shock oil. Now you're making me realize that I gotta get back on that thing. It's been a while. See what happens is you get like literally locked in, man. You get locked in on one project. Especially like drag racing, man. It definitely sucked me in. Sucked me in like pretty good. And I like it though. I'm okay with that. What I was gonna say, like, if just because I probably wouldn't have seen that if I didn't like scan the chat well. Because obviously most of you guys are talking, you're talking to each other. That's the whole point of this. So if anybody like had something specifically to say, if you could just do the little @ symbol, with my name, it shows up as a red box, and that way I can see that somebody's actually, asking me. No sway bars, right? No sway bars. Uh-oh, what's the new conspiracy theory going on here? Oh, have I found a sway bar that works? No. The chat messing up? Yeah. Looking for my first, and I'm considering a kaiju. Don't get the shredder. The only reason why I say don't get the shredder is because the shredder it's the reason why. All right, so when the shredder went down in price to $280, I almost clicked. That was the lowest that I had ever seen a shredder for. I would have bought it at that price point, but because it's now, I think, $100 more. I think it's like $380 now or something like that. I forget what it is. In my personal opinion, the Red Cat Shredder is not worth the price because it can't handle its own size. Now, you can obviously do upgrades and change things to make it so that it can handle. If you're literally choosing between Kaiju or the Shredder, just pick the Kaiju. Make sure, though, that you watch some of these videos that these guys have out here on the Kaiju. Of course, watch my videos, and that's why I say it that way. You don't have to watch my videos to see what's going on with the Shredder and or the Kaiju. But the Kaiju, I have to say, it is a very good, capable truck. It's a trick truck. And if you do just a couple of slight little enhancements to it, it can be like an amazing truck. Like I think it literally has boosted Red Cat's name just by maybe, again, nothing's perfect, but maybe just that little bit more attention to, you know, you could really have something if you guys just wised up and start making sure that your vehicles don't like fall apart or break. So, but yeah, just get the kaiju over the shredder. Um, I think the shredder's 380, right? I had it in my Amazon cart. I had it in the cart. Whoa! Yeah, no, forget it. Don't even, no. Nope. 414? No way. No, I definitely would not recommend that. 'Cause the lowest price that I seen it for was 280, and that was brand new. Yeah, don't even, nope, I wouldn't even touch it. Nope, not for that price. You could definitely get a kaiju. Sorry to be so adamant about it, but what I don't like is I don't like there's even sometimes when, so I have a Facebook group. It's called RC Guy Garage on Facebook. Uh, and when I see somebody has bought a new vehicle or whatever, and it's hard to, because to each his own. You buy what you want, and I'm no guru or anything like that, but there are some vehicles that I do know, and there's reasons why there are some vehicles that I don't buy because of, not even just from videos that you eventually see. It's just like the design of something. You see like a weakness, and the shredder, while it looked like it was going to be a great little vehicle, well, not little, it was going to be a great vehicle. You just knew, you knew that it was gonna be a failure because of the vehicle size. People were gonna push it, and you learn pretty quick. So it's like, it's hard sometimes to bite my tongue because I want to say, like, hey, don't buy that. You know what I mean? But who am I? Who am I to say, to anybody, buy something or don't buy something? Sometimes you have to figure it out on your own. Kaiju is definitely a better deal. Right, the Kaiju's awesome, man. Right, every website sold out. Right, because everything comes from China. What is going on with China, by the way? We haven't heard anything in the news about what's going on with China. How come we don't? How come we don't have any information on that? Yeah, Earl, you love saying kaiju, don't you? Yeah, the kaiju, COVID and conspiracies. There you go. That would be a Tony thing. But what is going on, man? Because I'm not being a complainer, but I just want things to be back to normal. And I know they kind of can't be yet, but it's clamping down on my style, man. I'm like, I can't even feel like there's certain things like I just can't do right now. It just drives me nuts. I don't know. Whatever. You gotta what's that thing? You gotta just adapt and overcome. So, and then you see some of the COVID spikes have been happening, and then you get the stupid. Again, who am I to say who? they open up the beaches, or they open up a certain area, and it gets packed. So this when was it? Just the other day. Where did we go? Oh, I went to go look at a 1974 Volkswagen Beetle, and the vehicle, was in great shape, but they were, in my opinion, they were asking too much for what it was. It wasn't good shape though. It wasn't good shape. But anyways, on the way back, I live near the canal in Plymouth, and on the way back, one of those sections of the canal was obviously open, and the amount of cars and people not wearing masks. And I get it. And I get, everybody, that was there probably feels they're invincible and the COVID's fake and blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm older now. I would rather not risk hurting somebody else. Like, I wouldn't want somebody else's grandparents or somebody else to die because of me. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. But it was crazy, though. Like, there was not one, I swear, there was not one open spot, and it's never like that. It could be the Memorial Day weekend that we just had, and it was never packed like that. I mean, it was just like, yeah, I don't know, man. Where's the certain sense in things? The COVID's actually real. It's actually something that's not fake news. So I don't know. Messed up. Again, who am I to say? You do what you want. It's your life. The only crappy part is that your disease carrying body could potentially kill somebody else. So California, same way. Nobody feels the need, right? I don't know, man. It's crazy. No masks anywhere inside. I mean, again, it's your choice. It's your choice. But I think it was just like crazy to see that many people there. Not one like inch of that parking lot didn't have a car. It's like, oh my god, I've never seen it packed like this. I don't get why my will take 4S, but if I order runs 3S, probably has something to do with torque, right? Broke, boosted. I've seen people run. What you're putting my name on something, but I don't know what it's for. I've seen people run 3S. Is that what you're saying? I'm confused. It doesn't take much to confuse me though. Oh, what? 3S in a kaiju? I ran 3S in my kaiju. Um, it's a dog, but it runs it. Definitely makes it so that it's easier to, I guess, not break things. I think that was the actual first battery pack that I stuck in my kaiju, because at the time, um, until I swapped out connectors, um, I'm pretty sure that I don't even remember, but I'm pretty sure that I ran my Kaiju. The first battery I had thrown through it was on 3S, and then literally I swapped out connectors and went 4 and 6. 6S it's great. It can handle it, but 6S, you're also pushing the vehicle. If you want drivability and you want to just, have some, if you want to have my kind of fun, 4S is seemingly a good, what they call that sweet spot for a battery for the Kaiju. Just because you're not going to be, you're going to be a little bit easier on the drivetrain. You're going to be a little bit easier when you hit a tree. 8S on a Kaiju? No, I can't. Dude, the thing would just annihilate. I could imagine 200S on my DR10, though. 200S, man. Thing's gonna be ripping. 200S. It's gonna be the first one ever. First DR10 running 200S. It's gonna break the internet. $12S Kaiju. Yeah, you're right. 12S Kaiju would be insane. Yeah. A 12S Kaiju running on Debu tunes. Yeah. 12S, man. Crack 3DRC. Yeah, not really. Not really. It'll look at what the size of that body. That size of that body. I could fit 200S in there somehow. 3D print like a special battery tray that like takes up the whole footprint of the middle of the car and literally just lay out 200S worth of packs, man. 200S. DR10 ripping it at 200S. I just think it's funny. I think it's funny. 200S. Yeah, we'll see. Might have to try 100S first. Could get there pretty quick. Run 220 wire. Right. What? Based upon my reactions, I thought about the comment. Which one? The DR10 is going to be pulling a trailer full of batteries to get there. Oh yeah. Yeah. But I could definitely fit 200S in that car. Definitely could. It could be a proven fact. Wiring it up, man, the wire would probably weigh more than the batteries combined. Holy crap, could you imagine trying to wire up 200S? Dude, just the wiring and whatever alone would crush the car. Right. Yeah, you'd just literally be sitting there for like 2 hours just beeping out 200S. It can be done, man. I can fit 200S into that car. I already did some mathematical equations. And technically, that body can fit 200S. Yeah, right. Put 1 million, 1 million diff fluid in the shocks. There you go. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think at that rate, you'd probably have to put X-Max shocks in it, right? A DR10 running X-Max shocks? Why not? Anything's possible, right? Right? An hour and 20-minute arming time. That would be absolutely insane. All right, we're going to fire up the DR10 on 200S. Here, wait. I'll be back in like an hour and a half. Right. Right. 100 stickers is like 200S. It's close. It's a lot of KVs. You know it, man. And depending upon which side you throw the majority of the stickers on, it might balance out the car, you know? If you got more weight on that left-hand side, you know, sitting in the driver's seat, if you got more weight on that left-hand side, you throw all your stickers on the right, might balance it out. First pull, rip the hexes. Yep. Dude, first pull, just... Yeah. 200S, man. I'm telling you. It is possible. DR10 needs stickers on the right side, right? It does. It needs stickers on the right side to go straight. Yep. Need to weight balance. I think the interesting thing will be, like I said, who am I to talk about drag racing? But I kind of wanted to get on that. This car is going to be completely stripped down. So there'll be a process of changes that I'm going to do just like to this car itself because, number one, well, it's my car to kind of do whatever I want to it. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to see what's possible. So far, like even these shocks here, these are a shock off of a Habab. Now, granted, the springs, I don't know. I think these shocks are actually going to be a good ticket for this car. I just hope they fit. It obviously has a shorter shock in the front, longer shock in the back. And I think that's just by design or however it is. But the whole point is it's adjustable. I feel it's a better quality shock. I'll get rid of the little shock boots because I don't want anything interfering with the tuning that I'm going to be doing to this car. But I'm basically going to strip it down. Obviously, what will remain will be, you know, obviously the chassis, the rear suspension and transmission. But the transmission is going to be a locked spool. And then that is when I don't know, I'll possibly, I like, if you guys haven't seen it, go check out Earl Moorhead's channel on Watermelon. He basically has a two-step, which is kind of cool. So he uses the sound system and that third channel to basically give him full power. So what does he do? He sets his trigger by volume, I think. I'm going to have to actually watch it myself. I can't remember exactly what he does. But either way, once he launches, I'm pretty sure the flip of his switch gives him then full power. So once he knows he's straight, he's able to just give it like that literal, like a shot of nitrous. That's almost what it's like. It's almost like the switch, I think, that he's got on there is giving him that extra shot of nitrous. And that's actually a great stinking idea. I don't know what other remotes, you know, can potentially do that. Riff Raff was telling me the remote that is in which I still haven't opened, the Red Cat Gen 8 Axe Edition, he was saying that the remote that's in that has, I think he was talking like untapped abilities, or it has abilities to be able to do stuff. Now, I am not one to read, so I literally, I'm a visual learner. That's why I do mechanics, because I don't have to read to do mechanics. It's all visual, sound, taste, touch. Yeah, taste. You got to taste those fluids to know what fluid is on the ground. You can't always tell by color. You know, you got to stick your finger in and go, oh yeah, That's brake fluid. um, so I'm huge as a visual learner. Good with my hands. That's why it's easy to do stuff like this. Have I ever cracked a manual? Yeah, because eventually you do have to crack a manual. Eventually you do have to look at like a wiring schematic like on a Jag. You do need to know where wires go on a car like that. It's not like the Camaro. It's not like the Camaro where it's like literally one ground wire for the entire car. Just kidding, but it's close enough. It's close enough. Oh my god. But where am I going with that? Yeah, being a visual learner. I do crack manuals open only when as like a last resort if I've got to like, let's say like with a remote control if I needed to figure out. But that's what's also great about YouTube is YouTube has a way of being able to help me visual learner type of person because watching the video, seeing it done, my mind processes the information for some strange reason better. I'm able to visually see how something works better than reading it, and that's just my issue. That's how I was born, and that works for me. Yes, watermelon trigger is a two-step launch, which get everyone off the line, and it's hooked up so you can add full beans to rip. Yeah, see, now I like that. That's perfect. I like that. Shade Tree. The manuals are just the manufacturer's opinion. I like that's actually a good. Oh, dude, that's actually a good saying. Manuals are just the manufacturer's opinion. And I'm actually going to put your name to that. I like that. I like that saying. Manuals are just the manufacturer's opinion. I like that. That's awesome. Yeah, but Riff, I think I'd rather hear it from you because it sounds like you already know. Right. I do like that. RC Odyssey, right? Wasn't that like that's perfect? Like sometimes that's what's awesome. Sometimes stuff people will say, it's just like you gotta write stuff down. That's why like I have this piece of paper out here. You should see like sometimes notes that I take. Like even when Tony was talking about granted I haven't looked yet, but I've got it right here. Tony was talking about the B5, B6 Dirt Oval Custom Works, adjustable arms. Oh, you're still learning it? Right. Yeah, but at least you're learning it. Right. There was that movie was it Better Off Dead? I think it was it was Better Off Dead, that movie. Where the guy was like doing the K2 mountain skiing down what I think they called the K2. And his buddy there Booger or whatever. I think that was his name. I think that was his nickname or something like that. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, but his like way of telling his buddy how to ski the K2, he was like something like when you go, I don't know, something like when you go down and you, I don't know, what did he say? When you need to slow down or something, turn. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, but just like his explanation, just being so basic, it was just like, yeah, there you go. That's it. When you going down, you need to slow down. Just turn. Yeah, who's taking advantage of the COVID stuff? The manufacturers or the postal service? Right. Right. Even him. I don't know, man. Who knows? Who really knows? I almost want to say I feel Amazon is taking advantage of it because Amazon's known to, be shady, you know? Like with their Alexa devices or whatever it is, the Echo, whatever those devices are, how they were listening and recording conversations. Like, I don't know for what gain, but Fortress. Dude, I didn't even know you were here. Nice. You're going to go to the hobby shop? Nice. Let us know what you get, man. Right, manuals. We don't need no stinking manuals. Until you own a DR10, right? Right. Dude, that's awesome. Until you turn DVC off. We don't need no stinking manuals. Amazon should have refunded every Prime member, but they said, yeah. Yeah, isn't it? Because they have their ways of writing. They have their ways of writing. So, like, because Prime isn't only about 2-day shipping. Prime is about, you get Prime music. You get Prime video. That's what you're paying for. It's like, no, you know what? That's not what I bought it for. Granted, I didn't read the fine print, and that's why people like me get, what's the word? Screwed. Oh, I left my windows open in my truck. Oh, that was bad. Oh, I just noticed right now, all 4 windows in my truck were left open last night. Last night when I was doing the live and it started sprinkling. It's not the first time that's happened either. 2 weeks into owning Big Black when I first got it. And this goes to show you the kind of person I am. That truck, like if I ever buy a vehicle, other than my wife's car though, my wife's car was a little bit different. There was like an update, a software update that was supposed to fix like an issue, which apparently it did. But with like my truck, if I buy a vehicle, it never goes back to the dealership unless it's like something I don't want to pay for that's a recall or whatever. But for some reason, I'd rather just literally just handle it myself. I don't know. I have no trust. And then my son works at a dealership. It's not that I don't trust him, but even some of the things that he has said himself. Not that he does shady things, because he doesn't. He just has heard stories. But 2 weeks into owning my truck, I left the driver's side window open during a massive downpour. I didn't even know. And the power mirror switch, the what was it? The going right with the mirrors stopped functioning. I took the switch apart, tried to figure it out, couldn't figure it out. Didn't know what happened. What's up? You there? What's up? Yeah. No. So what I ended up figuring out was obviously it was a couple of things that I think had happened. That tank had already been out. Obviously, we knew that. Um, but when somebody took the tank out, they pinched the high pressure line. So once you pinch that line, it stays permanently pinched no matter what you do, because even when you pull that line forward, once that high pressure line gets pinched, it's like a permanent pinch. So when the tank would slide forward, instead of it flexing out the line, it would actually increase the pinch. Do you know what I mean? So that, I'm pretty sure, is what burned out the pump, because the pump constantly was trying to feed and it was coming against, and right, it wasn't cooling off, and the pressure release in the pump kept bursting. So like what had happened with me when I pushed everything back, because of the way that high pressure line is, you can't see it because of the way the rear end is. You have to actually drop the cradle for the rear end in order to do a damn fuel filter. It's like you got to remove the cradle. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my god. You know what I mean? So what I ended up doing is I just ended up cutting the line out, and I redid the line with double clamps, and eventually I may, do something about having a more stout fuel line in there, but it's gonna be fine. We're not talking like, you know what I mean? It's fine. It's fine. Right, right. It's easy to check on. You know what I mean? But it's not easy to get to. You literally, in order to change it out properly, I will have to drop that cradle. So, but yeah, so that's what I think happened. Right, right, right. But I still can't. Other than releasing the interlock manually by popping that Torx bit. Right now, it's still the shifter is not coming out of park. Something's up with that interlock, and the one of my friends here, Earl. Right, right on the phone call. Right. Um, yeah, I'm talking to my son about the Jaguar because he saw the video. Well, did you see the video, or you saw just a notification? Right, right, right. Did the live come out all right, or was it choppy? All right, all right. Because I never know, because there's like when I'm out in the driveway, it's like, you know what I mean, that distance between it keeps freaking out in between data and Wi-Fi. So, but I'll be able to talk more about it later. Just give you the scenarios of things. But what I was saying was, my friend there, Earl Moorhead, he was saying that, um, the dome light, because things are so like connected, he suspects that the dome light is on the same circuit as the interlock, which is why it's just figuring out, like, all right, why did, when I hook up the trunk wires, why did my dome light disappear? And if the interlock is on the same circuit as the dome light, that's why it's not coming out of park now. So it's just, you know what I mean? It's just something's just a little out of skew here. I just got to figure out, what kind of damage actually happened. You know what I mean? So, but it's slowly getting there. At least it runs now. So, anyway, Are you gonna swing by today, or anything? Because you have that piece of mail to pick up. I don't know what that is. So, all right, cool. All right, right, okay, awesome. Well, I love you, kid. Okay, Sounds good. All right, buddy. Love you. Bye, kid. Well, when your son calls, that's definitely an important call. You could actually, I don't know if you guys could hear it. Could you hear the impact gun in the background? Because he'll call me. He calls me from work. Because he'll throw like an earpiece in, and while he's working on a car, like if something epic happened, he'll give me a call. He's even videoed a couple of stuff, which is pretty cool. Some things that he's come through in that shop, man. There was a brand new, I think it was brand new. It was a Raptor, and the guy actually beyond treated it like it should have been treated. He took it for some serious off-roading, and he cracked some stuff that was not going to be covered under warranty. Oh, dude, but it's a Raptor though, man. I've seen the videos. It's like, no, it says Raptor on it. It doesn't mean you can actually do what you've seen in the videos without paying for it. It's not going to be covered under warranty, guy. RC cosplay, what's going on, man? Hello from work, right? Yeah, it is popular. Because like what Earl said, it's the first like out of the box RTR drag race that is a blast, man. I totally 100% do not regret buying this car at all. Like I would do it 10 times over. There you go, lowrider, dude. That's awesome. The DR head scratcher. Right. But it's still fun though, man. It's still fun. I like a challenge, which is I guess like why I punish myself working on Jaguars, because I like a challenge. That is pretty good though. Team Associated DR head scratcher. That'd be a good name for somebody's car, the head scratcher. Like, what the hell? Wild and out, what's going on, man? Stuck at work today? That's not such a bad thing, you know? At least you're making, hopefully, good money. Being there, putting yourself at risk. I've riffraff, man. Once the car is straightened out, I mean, the only thing I know about Jaguars is just by working on them. Never owned one before, and the only reason why I own this was because it was a gift, and it was going to the car crusher, and that was a no-brainer. I obviously I needed to make sure that the thing ran. I wasn't gonna pull a motor and throw a motor in it. I needed to make sure like the car had the ability to run, which is why we tossed gas right down the throat of it just to see if it would run. The only thing that we didn't know, like, was how's the rear end, how's the transmission, but going off of, only having 105,000 miles on it, I don't know. I was just thinking to myself, what could be wrong? And even if it ended up being a lemon or an issue, could make 1,000 times more money probably selling off its parts. That's the only thing my wife wouldn't like, though. She doesn't like, I don't know. She doesn't like my junkyard. I love her though. I get it. I get why she doesn't want her house to look like a junkyard. I do get it. I do. Oh, the gauge. You talk about the gauges? I think that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I liked it. I've never seen what it looked like, like that running and seeing the tack going, and it's got a little bit of pep to it. It's got that supercharger pep to it. It's not it's not a big motor, but having a supercharger in, I'm sure probably helps. Just touching that throttle, man. Um, Granted, again, not driving them really before, just test drives after doing a repair or whatever, but not a supercharged one. Um, yeah, pretty cool. Had a little bit of kick to it, little. When you're used to driving like your wife's Honda, you know, the Jaguar has a little bit more pep to it. 275, it's well worth the right. Right. You'll take the yank off my hands? Right. Just to do me a favor? Yeah. I'm sure a couple people might want to do me that favor. Yeah, I don't even know what it sounded like. I did put the camera out back, but because it wasn't a recording, I don't even know what it sounds like. Obviously it's going to sound anemic because it's, who wants their, well, other than me. I do want to hack off those mufflers though and replace them with, I should show you. I'll show you what's in the Camaro. This is what I have in the Camaro. And I love the way this sounds. It sounds awesome. Oops. So this is actually what I have in my Camaro. Am I showing that right? And that definitely assists with it sounding nice. Chuck G treats for Vector. Dude, thank you. Wild and out. Holy crap, dude. Chuck G and Wild and Out. Thank you. Holy smokes. For DR10. Thank you, sir. I like that though. Vector treats. What could I do for Vector though? I don't know what I could do for him. I don't know what I could do for Vector. But DR, man. Yeah, there's a new body coming for the. See, this is what I love about my yard, man. You got like the chipmunks, like right now, because I had actually put a plate of seeds out. Like literally, the plate of seeds was packed, and the plate of seeds disappeared within minutes. It was a good amount of seeds, but you can see the little chipmunks. They love running like right along the steps, and they stand like they sit like right there, and they wait for more seeds. So those things are cool. I don't know if I can Will this catch them? This might not catch them. When I talk too loud, they get scared. There he is. Watch, you'll see him. Here he comes. There he is. See him? I like animals. Uh-oh, RC Odyssey, you got a message retracted. Rift to the raft! You... Dude. Riff Raff, dude, that is awesome. Riff Raff paint patch. I know, that is what you ended up being. You ended up being a paint patch. That's a riot, dude. See? The funny things people say, man. Riff Raff the paint patch. Dude, I'm sorry I didn't have your name on there. You were printed out, man. I'm glad you caught that, because now at least it's proper. I can't believe I didn't even the moronic thing about counting out the names, and when I displayed the car, I had a Riff Raff already all set out. And I knew a 15 names, and then I'm like, literally, like, wait a minute. Whoa, 14. Crap. The paint patch. I like that. Thank you, sir. See, this is what's awesome, man. This is awesome about just smiling, having a blast, having a good time. You know, there are times, you know, when people have like issues, like with Jerry VRC. He actually has to back away from, because of the coronavirus and his bills, and it reactivating his Bell's policy. He's like, he has to back away from the RC hobby. Like, obviously it's always going to be there, but you know, you hate to hear, you know, any kind of anything when somebody's having a hard time with things. And I like to try to think that, you know, maybe this channel brings a little bit of lightheartedness. You know, obviously every once in a while I'll talk about, you know, stupid COVID stuff and whatever. And but I try not to like bring the channel down, because what's the sense of doing that? It doesn't help anybody. You know what I mean? But I like that, the paint patch. All night long drives a cat crazy. Right. So I Googled. Never guess what it said. What did it say? So I Googled, and bird chirps at night. Never guess what it said. Stop leaving us hanging, guy. What did it say? I love squirrels, and Mark Robert. Did you see his squirrel launcher? I've seen some funny. They don't end up getting hurt. But I have seen some like catapult like style squirrel launches. Like, oh my god! I think the ones where I think YouTube wouldn't allow that anyway. Like, if it showed an animal getting hurt, it shouldn't. Nobody should hurt animals. But yeah, I've seen some squirrel launch episodes. It's pretty funny, because, you know, squirrels can, you know, be damaging. You know, they can. It's a bird's booty call. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Right, Riff. Yeah, see, and that's what I like. That's awesome, man. That's awesome that, you know, it you know, can cheer someone up. The squirrel course was awesome. All right, Wild and Out, man. Always a pleasure having you. Like I said, that 3-day, you know, off thing was that, you know, proper way of reflection and showing respect. So, but COVID and coffee is back. be more consistent. I'm gonna try and this probably isn't gonna coincide with everybody, but I am gonna try to step up the time frame of COVID and coffee, make it a little bit earlier, because obviously now with the nicer days and the warmer temps, it'll be easier for, you know, on there goes the little squirrel chipmunk again. It'll obviously be easier on my aspect of life, because, you know, I'll have to, you know, move on with my days to, you know, provide that epic and amazing content that you guys are used to getting from Mercy Guy Garage. Nah, it's just, you know, to be able to you know, have a useful day. So I probably will be bumping up the COVID and coffee times. Like I said, that may not coincide with everybody's time schedule, but, you know, it'll be here. You can always watch it as a recording. And also going to start getting back into more consistent the Shop Talk and Wrench, because that's where it all started. That's where all my lives started from, was Shop Talk and Wrench, and that seemed to work for another group of people, which was good. And I kind of feel bad. So if I at least do 2 a day, which will probably kill me. I don't know. Maybe I need to take like that 5-hour energy. Because like after you do a full day's, you know, work, sometimes you can get pretty beat, man. And that's been happening. So maybe I need to take like a 5-hour energy. That's what it is. I'll have to, yeah, hey, there we go. The 5-hour energy fund. My wife, actually, she tried those. She says she hates them. She says they're nasty. I've never had one. What's in the box? Dude, I've got so many what's in the boxes. COVID, coffee, and Jags, right? Riff Raff, you taking off, man? Oh, no. You're not taking off. Yeah, today, and I'll be a full-time YouTuber. You know what's weird, man? All right, so how do I address that? To be completely honest with you, when I first started doing YouTube wasn't about like what it is right now. I've obviously been able to like become accustomed to it. So now remember, this is my own personal opinion about what I'm about to say. When I first did my YouTube stuff, it was literally about combination of my drone company, my drone business, and also creating like content for family members that, you know, were displaced, like from my family, so that like if they wanted to see me, and then obviously the other thing was like for my kids. So for my kids and my kids' kids, and then beyond, depending upon how YouTube handles things, because I know that they can delete your content, but my content is safe. But I think it has to be advertiser friendly, which is why I feel like I'm fairly rigid with how I keep my content. That way it will stay there, because I want that lasting thing to happen. Like if my grandchildren, whenever I have any, if they ever want to know, you know, what was the like, if I'm gonna be called Papa or something like that, what was he like when he was younger? Like, what was I like when my kids knew me? Do you know what I mean? Kind of like that. I thought that was a pretty cool like timestamp in life, because, you know, you get to see like somebody acting. At least on my channel, you get to see like me acting real. You know what I mean? I don't know everything, and I'm okay with that. I love learning by trial and error, and I say more error than trial, or I don't know what I say. But that was like, see, I wish this mail guy was delivering my AE stuff. And I know he just blew by a house, no mail. All right, we got a FedEx truck across the street, not delivering to me, obviously. Damn it. All my A&E stuff now. I've waited too long. It's been. Look at him, he's so confused. There was no mail. It blew by a house.
really?
He literally was just like. Woo! Look at this guy. He's so confused with his packages. He's like, oh my god, guys, why pack my truck like this?
Probably is one of the first times you opened it.
He's like, oh my god, what did you guys do to my truck?
Poor thing.
Let's see. Do packages get dumped? The recording.
Well, it probably is annoying.
He
Though.
literally is scratching his head going, why is my truck so packed?
Poor thing.
Colby, stop your growling.
That probably is aggravating, though.
Yeah, no, it can be. Wow, what is that? What is that box? That actually has some cool colors to it.
Oh, how'd you get out here? Amazing.
All right, so where was I in that conversation? See what I mean? See what happened? Squirrel. FedEx truck just pulls in. He's ripping out like he's taking out a ton of boxes. His truck is so packed. Did you see those rear wheels? Where was I in the conversation? What was I even talking about? Oh, talking about the YouTube. So this is my own personal opinion based upon who I am and how I was raised. Okay. For me, it's always been about this right here, working with my hands and trying to use what's left of my mind. So when I saw that, people were using YouTube to and getting paid, I was so confused. I was just like, how does this happen? How does this work? This guy's literally emptying out his whole truck. I feel bad for this guy. He's got so many packages that he's ripping out. Holy crap. He's like, I hate my job. He just gave the homeowner a package that I don't even think is his. He's like, here, hold my beer. But anyways, it confused me. It perplexed me. And I always, because I'm that, grunt, manual labor kind of guy, working with my hands, automotive, auto body, landscaping, just, whatever. When I got into the drone thing, that was like a different world for me. It was more of a sit in my seat and do like hours of editing, which I was not accustomed to. Because it didn't feel like, for me, it didn't feel like real work. It's like, I feel like I have that like old school way of thinking that if you're not working with your hands, that, you're, for me, of less value. Like, for me. Like, that's the way I feel personally. So doing this YouTube stuff has been different. It's been like a mind tune-up for me. Because I'm realizing, okay, so advertisers will attach onto your channel if your content is good enough, but that's only based upon subscribers, so your content has to be good enough for subscribers to want to say, hey, this guy actually makes content that I actually want to watch. So it's been like a real like mind mess up for me that, is it possible somebody like me, is it like I feel like if I can do it, then literally anybody can do it. Because I've always said to myself, some of the work that I do, construction, that type of stuff, I don't want to do it. I've had years of doing, I've been doing construction for like 20 years? Something like that. More than that? Yeah, it's actually been more than that. And I've seen enough. And the YouTube thing, it is not easy. It's a different type of work. It's also the type of work that I don't like to do. So to understand what I mean by that, I was talking to my friend, Joe Daddy's Garage. And we were talking about how, like the filming process of like, unless you've actually done some of these YouTube things or just filming in general, I guess, that now when I watch like a TV show or something, I now realize potentially, number one, how many cameras are there just to film one scene, how many times, like when I did my burnout video for my truck, that was using one camera, that whole thing. So there's angles that I never ended up putting into the shot or into the final product because the angle just like wasn't right. But even to do Big Black's burnout video, that was one camera, which it probably would have been better off doing multiple cameras. That's another thing I learned. Multiple cameras can sometimes save you too. So having a GoPro going on your head while you've got like one of these cameras, a phone or whatever on your remote helps you as well. Where am I going with this? I guess I never thought I'd do YouTube. And what's crazy is that I used to think working with my hands was what made me happy. And it did, and it still does. But YouTube has brought a different aspect to this, like these lives right here. I know I'm not looking at the chat, and I eventually will. But can someone like me make an actual living off of YouTube? Not really. Not yet. I mean, these right here, my hands doing physical work, definitely makes me a hell of a lot more money. Will YouTube ever get my YouTube channel ever get to that point? To be honest with you, I hope so. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I want somehow advertisers to latch onto my channel and have those more higher end advertisers? I think that's how it works. I think like if you get higher end advertisers, maybe you get more money or something. I don't know. Again, I don't know how it works. But I just as you get older, sometimes, there's a little bit of a modification in your mind that, should happen. Construction, landscape, just all that kind of stuff that I used to do, which I'm just giving you the basic thing of what I used to do. Or what I kind of still do. I just prefer not to. You get to the point of where you say, you want to move on. And I've always had like that thought in my head to always want to move on to something else. And YouTube, like, it still blows my mind that there are some people that are in this chat that are on the exact opposite side of the planet. And you guys, you're literally at my house. It still blows my mind. And that's what I like about it. I like the fact that you can connect with so many more people. Like, I mean, my life has always been this. This is blinders. So a horse, right? So a horse doesn't get distracted by stuff that's on the side of them. They used to put blinders on. And where am I even going with that? I don't even know. Never mind. You guys don't need to hear me blabbing. Anyways, do I hope my YouTube channel can eventually become something, more than it is? Yeah, of course I do. It's going to take years for that to happen, though. And the content, number one, the content has to be viewable. And I know some of my content's garbage. I mean, think about some of the comments that, I get on some of my videos. It's like, even somebody will leave a comment, something about the fact that when I do my unboxings, It's like they're like, you know, shut up and just open up the box. It's like, dude, just change the channel. Go somewhere else, because this is the way my videos are. I like to enjoy what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's gonna take 15 minutes to open up my box, but you know what? Why don't you just skip to the end and there you go. Here you go. Snap out the zippy ties and here's your car. Right? Yeah, it takes me 15 minutes because I'm enjoying it. You know what I mean? And then there'll be some people, they'll be like, wow, your video is actually pretty cool because it gave me an idea of, you know, what's on the box, and maybe that isn't interesting. I don't know. But that's also, I think, why it's called YouTube. It's about how you are producing your own video. And maybe that's why my channel, it's chugging. It's going along. It's moving along. It's taking a specific type of person to like my content, which, you know, I mean, that's great. I mean, think about all you guys. Like, you guys have point blank caused my channel to be where it is, and that's where I'm thankful. Are you kidding me? Like right now, how many subscribers do I have today? I think I am just over 3,800 now. Let's see. YouTube. Like even doing the Jaguar stuff. You know what I mean? It's like some people that may not have been interested in just knowing, you know, if, you know, well, gee, I wonder, will this budget car start? You know what I mean? And some people like, hey, dude, I'm glad you got it running. And that's cool. All right, so subscribers right now is 3,847. So that literally means, now granted, you know, we're not talking, you know, 3,800 people are always watching my videos. It's just, you know, potentially 3,800 people clicked on that button just because of something that they saw may have been worth their time to click that button, which I think that's cool, man. Yeah, so thank you guys for that. Lives are good because people donate money, right? Why do some of these comments get blocked? I don't get it. Right, and that's like what Riff Raff said, is it kind of becomes like a family thing. Because you remind me of my buddies from school. Dude, that's awesome. Ritter, that's a riot. And I fix stuff by breaking it. Right. I'm surprised how YouTube RC people. Yeah, me too, Earl. It is cool that, you know, people can actually be what's considered normal, and you do every once in a while get the wise guy, but yeah, it is what it is. Rattle Can, what's going on, man? Bandit Darnville, you're here. What's going on, man? Like with RC Cosplay right here saying, any Traxxas fanboys or girls here? What, like, when you say fanboy, what do you mean? Like, do you mean like somebody that point blank only likes Chevy or only likes Dodge and literally blasts out every other manufacturer out there and says they're garbage? Do you mean like that? Or do you mean just somebody that likes Traxxas? Because for me, I'll answer that question myself. I'm not a fanboy of anything. I'm a fanboy of life. I'm a fanboy of being happy. You know what I mean? Any RC that provides a good experience, I am a fan of. So I don't think, personally for me, I love my truck. It's a Ford. My daughter's truck, which was my son's, it's a Ford. Could we have got a Chevy? Did I own a Chevy before Big Black? Yeah. Have I ever owned a Mopar? No. Do I want to? Yeah. But there's a very specific Mopar that I want to own. And right now, they're a little bit too expensive right now. But eventually, I see myself owning a Mopar. I got a VW. We've got, my wife owns a Honda. And I'm a car guy. So I'm like a fan of all of them. Now I'm a Jag owner. But that was I fell into that. That was a gift and something that, either way was not going to go to the crusher. So it literally was get it that day or it's going to the crusher. So it probably wouldn't have gone to the actual crusher, but it was going to the junkyard. So. Right, the UDR is awesome. I've never owned an X-Max, and I probably never will, unless Traxxas comes out. Would it be a version 3? Because the 6S was version 1, right? And then technically the 8S is version 2. And I think maybe if they ever come out with a version 3, that might be when I'll finally do the X-Max, dive into it. I don't know. The X-Max, for some reason, for me, just doesn't do it for me. The UDR, though, the UDR is awesome. I love the UDR's scale drivability. That's point blank, hands down, but I hate the damn battery tray. Right. No, I know. It's a Super B. That's why it's got the sticker on it. Yeah, Super B right there, man. Super B. That's why I'm talking about a real Mopar. We're not always just talking about RC stuff here. Eventually, I will own a real Mopar. Eventually. May take years, but. And my wife even asked me the question because she wonders why. She's like, why do you have to have so many cars? Well, number one, same thing. Why do you have so many different RC cars? Because they all are different. They're all different and somewhat the same. They all go forward. Well, I can't even say. They all move. They all turn left and turn right. They all flip over. I like driving different vehicles. So the Jaguar, it's going to be interesting the first time I take that thing for a drive. And what's nice is I live on a private road, so I'll be able to drive that car up and back, doing test runs, test driving it, and nobody's gonna, say anything with an unplated vehicle. Being a private road, there's certain benefits. It's gonna be weird having a car like that, but I'm definitely on board. I like the variety of how vehicles drive. Like my wife at one point, she was like, why don't we just get rid of our CRV so you can get your F450? And I'm like, but that doesn't make any sense, honey. Your CRV can go places my truck can't, and vice versa. Meaning, like, you know, obviously, you know, like Big Black, it's only an F350. That thing can do so much more that a CRV never could. But then the CRV, I can park in a parking garage. You know, I don't have to worry about roof height clearance because my truck will not fit in some of those parking garages. So, let alone could I ever even probably make the swing. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, stuff like that. There's a reason why you have I guess you call it an economy car. Um, do I feel weird driving that car sometimes? Yeah, cause it's a CRV. You know, it's different. You know, it does have a turbo, but it also has an economy button, which is weird. What's the economy button? Like, shut off the turbo? I don't even know. I think what it does is just it's programming. Makes it so that, you know, it's not sucking fuel down. You know, like a CRV could really ever suck fuel down. But like even the Ranger, that's a 2004 Ford Ranger with 254,000 miles on it, and that thing starts and runs every single day. Um, the rear end has probably about 100,000 miles more than that on it. Um, that thing was totaled, and I don't see any sign. I don't see any signs of that truck like crapping out. Like, it was very well maintained by my son. It was very well maintained by the previous owner. So that's technically a two-owner. Well, technically a two-owner truck, meaning it went from one family who bought it brand new. They had it for, you know, an amount of years, and then I ended up buying it as a present for my son. Um, when, you know, he got his license. So I bought that truck for him. And then he totaled it. But we fixed it together, which was pretty cool. I should have done a video on that, but that was before I was doing videos. That would have been a good video, man. That really would have been a real good video. Redneck reconstruction of a totaled Ranger. But when I drive that truck, like, because like if I don't need to take Big Black somewhere, if we just want to take, you know, an eco truck, save money on gas or whatever, we'll take the Ranger. But I like driving that little truck. It's actually, it drives great. You could let go of that steering wheel. It thing goes laser straight down the highway. You know, it's got its little quirks, but it's got Ranger quirks. You know. Drag bug is next for me. Oops. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened? Nice, dude. Yeah, drag bug is going to be coming back to life. So exactly what Earl did with his drag bug, the tires and wheels that are on this vehicle right here are going on drag bug. So, Mitchell, dude, are you just showing up now? Thank you very much for that. Do you have a specification? You just got up. Do you have a place where you want that donation to go, man? You got to tell me. Any. You got it, man. Did I ever finish my thought on... I think I veered off. Jerry VRC. Obviously, he's been sick. But he had to back away from the RC hobby because his medical bills were getting too much, which stinks, man. There's another word. There's a stronger word that I'd rather use, but we'll just leave it as that stinks. It's a 4-letter word, begins with S. 5-letter word. 5 letters. I literally just had to count that out on my hand. I'm like, wait a minute, 4-letter word, that's not right. If I was going to shorten it, yes, 4-letter word. But if it's going to be properly used in a sentence, it's 5-letter word. Oh my god. I love it. Should you turn the Exceed monster truck into a drag car? Kent, that would be epic, dude. Could you imagine that? That would be insane. Oh yeah, I didn't even hear what it sounded like on the video. Yeah, it's coming along, man. It's definitely coming along. I'm definitely psyched. I'm glad it's running. That's literally the most important thing. I do have to get a battery for it now. Do you know how much a battery is for that damn Jaguar? That Jaguar takes a $200 battery. When I saw the price for that, it was like the one damn Jaguar battery costs more than one of my truck diesel batteries. Like literally, actually, yeah, it is. Because I think the batteries for my truck were $118 a piece. The Jaguar battery is $200. That's the other thing too. When you get a car like that, yeah, the car was, $275 out the door, but when you've got to buy parts for that car, because it's a Jaguar, that's when you're forking over your bank account. Dude, I couldn't believe it. It was like $200. What the hell kind of battery is this? It is a funky looking battery, man. It looks like it's the battery, like, just visually, it looks like it's literally a deep cycle, like, dual engine boat battery. Like, a boat that runs 2 454s. It literally looks like it's a deep style. Actually, no. It looks like a battery that belongs in a DR10. Not this thing, but a DR10 cat. God, the battery is so massive. I wonder how much the battery weighs. It's got to weigh a good amount. You need like an engine puller to install the battery. People call them a cherry picker or an engine puller. What do you got? Oh, you have Frog? Let me see. You brought Frog out. Show him. Show people.
You've seen Frog.
That's Frog.
I don't know where the camera is. She's really active right now.
Yeah, she's all amped up. That's her little pet. Frog. Does she have a name? Is she just called Frog?
I just call her Frog. It's her name.
She was a rescue. So she wasn't taken from, like, the nature and turned into a domesticated frog. She was a rescue. She was gonna die. So that's the only reason why we have her. So she was saved. But it's funny because they have suction cups on their feet or suction cups on their toes. Kermit, right? Oh, I thought doesn't Exceed have a crazy monster truck though? I thought that's what you were talking about. Exceed has a Exceed monster truck. I forget what it's called. I think it begins with an H. Exceed. Oh, the Mad Beast. I think that's what I thought you were talking about. This thing right here. That thing. That's what I thought you were talking about. The Exceed Mad Beast. It's a 1/8. $400? What the heck does she drive that the battery costs $400? Yeah, the Mad Beast. Actually, the Mad Beast actually does look like a pretty cool RC. Mitchell, what does your wife drive that the battery... Oh, a loaded Buick? Wow, $400? Then I guess the Jaguar battery is a deal then. 400. Oh my god. Holy smokes. Man, I feel bad for you. Hopefully the battery lasts for 10 years. 400. Carrier settings update. I don't know what that means. $3 years? Oh my god. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think I actually have to get a new battery for the CRV. The CRV right now is it's a 2017, obviously being 2020. I'm guessing the battery is probably, you know, getting to its life expectancy. Man, remember back in the day when batteries used to last 5 to 7 years? What's this 3-year thing now? Must be because cars' electronics are so much more taxing on the electrical system now, or something. I don't know. R. German, what is going on? Rosemary. I think that's who it is. Is that the same person? Oh, yeah. R. German. What is happening? How are you this morning? The blinker switch broke. So the whole car died? Holy crap. Yeah, never mind. I guess owning a Jaguar is better then. Holy smokes, dude. I love that. The blinker switch broke, so the whole car died. That's crazy. When did we start the stream? It's already been going 2 hours? It's not bad. What time did we start the stream? 9:45? Yeah. Hey, Sam. Did you want to put some seeds out for the chipmunks? we seem to have a lot more chipmunks than normal. Like, literally 3 of them just ripped by me. And fortunately, no, they're not making homes in our vehicles. We put, there goes Otis. Actually, Otis wasn't in the truck. Well, yeah, he was. We put dryer sheets, or I do. I put dryer sheets in our cars. So specific little areas where these little varmints, mice, and whatever like to hide in your engine bay.
Where did the seat go?
Hmm?
Where did the seat go?
It was in the dog closet. Is it on the counter?
I looked at the cabinet.
You might have to ask Mom. Huh? Oh, everything is on the same switch? Yeah. I think the bird seed is out in the well. Right? Yep. It's not broken into yet? I think we'll have to get some more bird seed. Should probably get like a container for it. You know how they have those like plastic containers for the bird seed if it's gonna stay out there. Yeah, they were getting to it, weren't they? You can see the bag. See how it's all scratched up?
Yeah.
You don't see it?
No, I see it. I just don't think.
Do you have a plate? Just put out like a paper plate.
I was gonna sprinkle it.
The only reason why, now just so you understand why I don't want it sprinkled, when you sprinkle it on the deck, it gets in the grooves, and when it rains, the seeds will sprout in the deck. How's that Jag? The Jag is running and doing well. Gonna have to watch to catch up, yeah. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Everybody's having issues with chat. I don't know why. Yeah, I do have to put together a video for that Jaguar. Do like that series of progression. I've been like filming stuff, so I just need to take the time to actually put it together and do it. Almost my bedtime, right? Right, because your schedule's messed up. Yeah, exactly. I wonder what it is, because Earl had to reset his device, and then everything seemed fine, and then he started having issues again. Dude, I love that. I love Justin O'Neill. He's like, "Yep, the Clodbuster was released in '87, and I can sure tell you right now, there has been zero for upgrades to that thing." The box looks incredible, though. If the box is any representation of what the vehicle like looks like, man, I think they definitely did. It's like they did more on the artwork for the box than they did on the RC. You got your Ford RC on the porch. Nice. The chipmunks are literally going nuts. They're gonna see the seeds. They haven't seen the seeds yet. And I don't know how they find them, but eventually they like find them. But this is what we'll do. We'll usually like put a like a plate like that for the chipmunks to kind of just eat. They don't seemingly, they're not causing like any harm like in our yard or anything. They just like literally bouncing back and forth, just going to and from. And oh, jeez. How about if I zoom out? Yeah, that's better. Almost forgot to zoom out. You have a bunch, yeah, cute little critters they are. Yeah, they definitely are. It's doing its slow pan again. I guess it wants to be on the car. What the heck is it doing? There we go. I think that's settled now. Yeah. Modern electronics, and obviously what would be nice is the gearing to go along with that handling of modern electronics would be nice. What was funny was is it the, I forget the guy's channel, but is this channel actually called Scale Builders Group or something like that, or Guild? When he picked up that RC10, the one that was like, you know, literally from like 84 or whatever it was. That was cool. What's funny is my neighbor across the street, he does this all the time. He's got his push mower, and he also has his riding mower. Because he obviously does the push mower on certain little areas, and then the riding mower to handle the larger spots. He does a good job. Right, the mechanical throttle. That was so insane to see that. But I remember it. I remember the mechanical throttles. It was absolutely insane. Right, servo controlled, right. Is it the Scale Builders Guild? Okay, it is him. Oh, see. They're just starting to notice, I think, the seeds. Yeah, there he is. He freaked out. It's like, I'm not gonna do anything to you, buddy. His little head pokes out. Today on RC Guy Garage, you get to watch nature. It's the nature show from RC Guy Garage. It's the nature show. Oops, I keep forgetting that. There we go. And it's doing the slow pan. Right. STL Scion, what's going on, man? Just enjoying nature, feeding the chipmunks. He's packing his cheeks right now. You see his cheeks, they're getting massive. What are we looking at for time? 12 o'clock? I should probably wrap up this live stream because I do have to move on with the day. My wife is going to be here, and I need to make sure that she's going to be ready, or I'm going to be ready for her, as a matter of fact, because we got an appointment that she's got to go to, and I need to be present for it. So, yeah. Another good live stream, man. This is, like I said, going to keep doing these live streams, you know, again, consistent. I am tossing up that idea of doing the double live stream. We'll see. I don't know how consistent that will be. That can get pretty rough. But yeah, I don't know. Just I'm a little distracted by my neighbor here mowing his lawn, making me realize that I gotta mow my lawn. What I always say, just get out there and rip it, because that is what you should do. You should get out there and rip it, enjoy your life. They have the comments that you only live once. As long as you're not hurting anybody, you know, do what makes you happy. You know, be a help to people. Be there for friends and family. You know, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Try to end this like on a positive note. Thank you, all the subscribers. Just want to touch on real quick. Shade Tree RC says manuals are just the manufacturer's opinion. I like that. We got Chuck GRC for a donation. Wild and Out RC, Rift to the Raft, the paint patch, and Mitchell's RC for donations for today. The Chuck G was for Vector Treats. Not sure how I would accomplish that. I don't know how to accomplish that. Maybe it'll be more of a treat for me, and Vector will be a side runner. And obviously Mitchell said any. Wild and Out was DR10 parts, which that's literally what, you know, everything goes to. So modifications for the DR10 are coming up. I'm just obviously waiting for A&E to, you know, deliver those parts. They should be here by what? Friday, I hope. I don't know. They're being really lax on stuff. But again, maybe I just don't understand the whole scope of what's going on. Maybe it's, you know, point blank having, you know, the lack of people or being able to work, or I have no idea. But again, thank you everybody for coming to this episode of COVID and Coffee. I just briefly touched on the DR10. Wanted to touch more on it. That's why I brought like a whole bunch of stuff out. I wanted to talk about, you know, my ideas that I've got, even for, say, like the stock piece. I think I've touched on that. I've talked about what I want to do to the stock piece. It almost seems as though I might not be able to, but I don't know. Maybe I could drill out the whole thing. I'm not sure. This piece, I think, was a waste of money. It doesn't do what I was hoping it would do, which is a bummer. Rift to the Raft. Rift to the Raft let me know his name was not on the DR10. And it was! It was supposed to be on the DR10, but we got it on there now. You can see right on there. These obviously have been the contributors to the car. And obviously, you know, like, it's not how it works, but yes. If you are a contributor to the car, obviously the name goes on there. It's just a way of giving thanks, I guess, in a sense, to people that, you know, out of the kindness of their own heart. I mean, you guys like throw money at this build, and that's, you know, how else can I, you know, say thank you other than saying thank you and bam, throw your name on the car. Again, with that vinyl graphics cutter, I've got some good ideas, man. I really do. I'm going to have a blast with that. Hopefully you guys will appreciate my thoughts and ideas on that. Obviously, you know, creating like the Super B thing right there, that was actually mint. can't even tell if it's in frame. I mean, look at that sticker. That thing is mint. Because we all know this is a coronet. Yep. It's a Super B. Born and bred. So, all right, I'm out. Everybody, like I always say, get out there and rip it. Almost had to see what the thing was. I'll turn this around. Proper. Let's see, we've got... the chipmunk. Mario Marnino. Thank you, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I try to have... Now they're fighting. Now see, like he's up on the deck now. Alright. So I'm just going to jump in the chat. Just say goodbye to everybody. We've got Riff to the Raft. Riff Rafts RC. We have Earl Moorhead. Mario Marnino. Hopefully I got your name right. We got Chuck GRC. We've got Rosemary German. We've got Justin O'Neill. Eric Vale. Get Vector or Cosmo to talk to. Well, Vector has a Vector to talk to. Right, Riff. That's awesome for you to say, man. Right. Chuck G. Yep, I saw you. Smokey's RC. Justin O'Neill. I think I said Eric Vale already. Now they're fighting over the seats. We got Bandit Darnville. Strip Gears. RC Rorschach. What's going on, man? Mitchell's RC. STL Scion popped in. Let's see. Going back. Ritter Frederick. Right, talking about the old electronics. I think. Going back. Insta Grammar. I didn't see you there. Grammar. Smokey's RC, what's going on, man? Sorry I didn't see you. And I literally think that is about it in chat. Right? Yeah. Kent's RC, but he took off already. You have all what? You have all Harry Potter's wounds in boxes numbered and labeled for every person. Oh my god, close enough. Well, I like to try to get people's names right. I feel it's important. And granted, it's kind of hard to like explain how somebody's name should be like pronounced, but I try to do the best that I can. So, all right, I'm out of here. Gotta continue on with my day, just like you guys should too. I hope to do a live stream tonight. I'm planning on doing a Shop Talking Wrench. We'll see. Because I actually do want to rip an RC today. So, that'll have to be after the doctor's appointment with my wife. Anyways, I'm out. You guys should get out there too. I'm out. You guys should get out there too and just what? Just rip it. Because that's what you should do. You just should. It's a blast. You know? Just like I'm going to rip that Jag. This would be fun, man. I'm telling you. It's definitely a lot cooler car than I kind of thought they were. So, all right. I'll see you later, everybody. Thanks you for coming to this live stream. Go and coffee. I'm out. We'll maybe see you later. Shop Talking Wrench. How about that? Anybody interested in maybe a live later? How about if I ask that? Is anybody interested? I'm going to cancel that out. Is anybody interested in a Shop Talking Wrench later tonight? Like, say, 8 o'clock my time. Anybody interested in a Shop Talking Wrench? Bueller? Anyone? Mitchell, you down? Mario, are you down? Justin O'Neill, right? After 9? Okay. We'll be there right at 8. We'll make sure it goes to 12. 8 to 12. All right, I'm out. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Again, like I said, thanks for coming. Just get out there and rip it. Because it is what you should do. Enjoy life, man.